Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am gonna be making Liberian Torborsoyee. Today is a very important day for my beloved country, Liberia. Today is July 26, 2022. Today is my country's Independence Day. Happy birthday, Liberia. But anyways, happy Independence Day to all my beautiful Liberians out there. Today is our day. Make sure to celebrate and represent Mama Liberia in the most beautiful way. So anyways, moving forward for the rest of my ingredients in here, of course I have the water grains. So I went ahead, I prepped my water grains a week ago and it's been sitting in my fridge. And in here I have my meat. I prepped my meat and seasoned it last night. So in here I have some fish, crab, chicken feet, turkey neck, and other things in here I can't remember at the moment, but I'm gonna list everything in the description box, so make sure to check that out. And for the rest of my other ingredients, I have my dry boning right here. I have some dry shrimp, and I have the Torborgee oil, the Torborgee soda, the country soda I'm going to be using that one, and I have some seasoned cube. So I'm going to go ahead now and put my meat. I'm going to go ahead now and put my meat on the stove and let it parboil for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after I finish parboiling, I'm going to remove the crab, the fish, and the shrimp because I don't want it to overcook. I'll probably remove it earlier than that. So let's get to the next part of this video. Alright guys, I forgot to mention earlier, there is no one way to cook Torborsoyee. There is different ways and method to cook Torborsoyee. The way I'm gonna be cooking it today, I'm gonna parboil my meat first, take my meat out of the water, and then put my greens into the water and let it cook. Usually, sometimes when I'm making it, I like cook everything with the meat, put in the oil and everything, and let everything cook together. But I don't like it that way because sometimes some meats are a little bit harder than the others and need more time to cook than the other meat. So today I'm gonna parboil my meat first and then put my grains into the parboiled water and let it cook. And then with water grain, I also forget to mention, you do not need a lot of water because it has a lot of water. So when you're cooking it, do not add too much water to it because you're gonna be cooking it forever and it's just not gonna look or taste right. So when you're cooking it, minimum water. So let's get back to the other side. Alright guys, my meat, I just turned it on the stove. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prep my hot habanero pepper and 2 large onions. Whenever I'm cooking, I always like to use like onions, slice of onions in like my grains and stuff like that. So I'm gonna blend my onion and I'm gonna blend my pepper with it. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. Alright guys, the 15 minutes is up. I'm gonna go ahead now and remove the shrimp, the crab, and the fish and the chicken feet because I don't want it to overcook. The dry fish and the dry shrimp are also in there, but they're at the bottom. So let's go ahead and remove the Alright guys, so I went ahead and removed the fish, the shrimp, and the chicken feet and the crab from in there. And in here now is just my turkey neck and my dry fish, and the dry shrimp is cooking. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna transfer the water into the grains and I'm gonna start cooking the grains. Alright guys, the meat is done now, so I'm gonna go ahead now and start to cook my grains. So in here I have my habanero pepper and 1 whole onion. So now I'm gonna turn the stove off and we're gonna start. I'm gonna turn the stove on and we're gonna start cooking. So to season my grains, I'm only gonna be using 3 seasoned cube, adobo all-purpose seasoning, and some pink Himalayan salt. My meat water is well seasoned, so that's why I'm not using too many. I probably might use 2 seasoned cube out of the 3, and just a little bit of salt and a little bit of adobo all-purpose seasoning. So I'm gonna turn the stove on now and We're gonna get the cooking going. There we go. So I'm cooking my grains on medium to low heat. That's how I'm cooking it. Medium to low heat, that's how much you want it. So I'm gonna go ahead now and let this steam for about 3 to 5 minutes before adding the water to it. So guys, the grains have been steaming for 5 minutes now with the pepper and onion. Ooh. So now I'm gonna just mix this and add the meat water to it. It's steaming up. So I'm gonna mix this off camera and add the meat water to it. So alright, you guys, this is how it looks like after I added the meat broth to it. I don't need that much seasoning. I'm just gonna go ahead and use 1 cube and 1 cube on it. I'm not gonna use the adobo seasoning and the salt. This is so well seasoned. It tastes so good. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water to it, like half a cup of water I'm gonna add to it, and I'm gonna let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm gonna add the oil to it. So alright guys, the greens have been cooking for about 10 minutes now. Remember earlier I said I was gonna add a little bit of water to it. I end up not doing it because you see all the water in here, and the greens is already cooked. So ooh, that steam. The greens is done already. It's done. Water green is not hard to cook. So I'm gonna let it cook again for another 8 minutes, and then after that I'm gonna add the oil to it. See? Because whenever you're making torborsoyee, you don't want it too dry, and you don't want it too you don't want it too dry. You don't want it too much water in it. You just want it right, like a medium state, almost like. But yeah, I'm just gonna close this and let it cook for 8 more minutes. Alright guys, the 8 minutes were up. I went and added the oil to it. Now I'm gonna let it all cook for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the meat to it so everything can cook together. And also with water green, when you're making it, you don't need a lot of oil. You don't need too much oil. A little bit goes a long way with torborsoyee. Alright guys, after the 8 minutes were up, I went and added my turkey neck. Now, oh my god, it's getting blurry. But after the 8 minutes were up, I went and added my turkey necks to it, and the dry fish and the dry shrimp. Now I'm gonna go ahead now and add my remaining meat to it. The water is almost dry out to my likeness. Whenever you're making this, always, you know, see how you like it. Don't go by other people's standards of cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the remaining of the meat to the pot and let it cook for another 10 minutes. And while it's that cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my country soda, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do that one. Alright guys, my country soda is in my bowl. I'm only using country soda for this recipe today. I'm not using the Queen one. So yeah, I got this from some Liberian lady that live around me. She sells all these things from Liberia. So now I'm gonna go ahead now and add the water to it. Okay, I already added the water, so I'm just gonna wait till it dissolves, and then I'm gonna turn my stove off and then add it to it, because you don't want to add this to your soup when it's hot. It's not good. So you want to turn your stove off, let it cool down for about 10 minutes, and then you can add your country soda to your torborsoyee or torborgee. So alright guys, this is how everything looks like after I added all the meat to it. I just now added my fish to it. So once your fish is in the pot, you want to carefully like mix it into it, because if not, your fish is gonna break in it, and you don't want that. So you don't want to do too much stirring. You just want to. So I'm gonna let this cook for 5 minutes and turn it off. My rice is on the stove cooking already. So this is steaming. Steam. But yeah, we're almost done. I'm just gonna let this cook for 5 minutes, and then we are good to go. Alright guys, the water has dried to my satisfaction now. I'm gonna go ahead, turn it off. My rice is steaming at the moment. So I'm gonna let it cool down for 8 to 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna add my country soda to it. Alright guys, the 8 minutes is up. I'm gonna go ahead now and add my soda to it. This is my favorite part because I just like how it just like bubbles or foam up, however way you wanna say it. So I'm just gonna put some over here. I'm not gonna put too much. This part all depends. It depends on your preference. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. Ooh, you see it right there? See it right there? That's that right there. So I'm gonna go ahead because I'm holding the camera with one hand and stirring it because I want to hold the pot while I'm stirring. So I'm gonna go ahead now and mix it off camera and I'm gonna be back. So alright guys, I went and mixed the soda into it and it looks really good and it tastes so good also too. Now I'm just waiting for my rice to steam and then I'm gonna plate it and I'm gonna show you guys. But yeah, this is it right here. This is it. This is it over here. This is all of it. I can't wait to eat. I'm definitely eating in the pot today though. I'm definitely eating in the pot. Give you one more look. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. So after the food was finished cooking, I went ahead and grabbed some rice, get some Torborsoyee, place it over it. This food is so easy to make and it tastes amazing. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you ever had Torborsoyee or if you ever had water grain, because you know in Liberia we have like water grain with regular red oil and fried water grain. So let me know in the comment section if you ever had any of those. So I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Happy Independence Day to all my Liberian people out there. We're drinking drinks tonight. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.